Hi there, how are you doing? This is Dash from Pitch Profits. If you were using WordPress and WooCommerce, and if you were trying to sell digital products as against the usual physical products that you might sell with WooCommerce, then there are a few things that you might want to do when it comes to optimizing your checkout for WooCommerce. Now, there are tons of things that you could do to optimize your checkout, and there are several plugins that do various things to help you optimize your checkout. On the screen, you're looking at an example of a product, and if you were to click on this product and add to cart, then you will notice that there will be a cart here. There are ways to ensure that you don't have this extra step where people have to now go and do their cart. You could have people buy right away from the moment they clicked on that button that says buy now. But in this case, it's not optimized yet, so they click on view cart. Now I just want to pick up X domination and Notion template for X, which is a simple product, it's a digital product. Proceed to checkout. You will now notice that there is not much here that is being asked, in the sense that there's only billing details as for first name, country, which is absolutely mandatory. WooCommerce will not process your orders for without this country field here. And then you have an email address, and you will go ahead and proceed with the particular purchase. Now you'll notice that there are only three fields that are being asked. But if you look at a typical checkout, this is how your checkout might actually look like for first name, last name, company, country, street address, apartment, town, state, phone, email address, and shipping addresses and stuff. Even these can be optimized, but we're not getting there at the moment. But you will notice that if you actually download WooCommerce and activate it and plug it in with your payment gateway, this is how your checkout is typically going to look like. But for digital products, for things like coaching, courses, digital products that you might sell, you might not require all of these. For example, you don't need shipping details at all. You also don't need any addresses that you would want to collect. All we need is an email address. So how do you do this without a plugin? Now, there are plugins that can easily help you achieve this. If you want to achieve this without a plugin, this is how you go about doing it. I'll also link to this article inside the description here, but there is a way for you to actually remove all of the unnecessary fields in your regular checkout flow. This pieces of code, each line actually unsets or removes this particular field from your default checkout on WooCommerce. So if you were to copy this and paste it as such into your theme, which is what I'll get to in a moment, if you were to copy it and use it the way it is, every single element on your WooCommerce checkout will disappear. And that's not what you want. You still want your first name, that's mandatory, email address, that's mandatory, and country and region, that's absolutely mandatory. And to do that, you need to be a little careful about how you go about removing or adding things here. Also be careful about where you're copying it and pasting it. If you're not comfortable with this, please do ask for help. Having said that, copy this particular piece of code, the entire thing, and paste it in a notepad, not in your functions.php file, which is where you're supposed to be pasting this. Open a notepad, paste this there. If you have a child theme and a functions.php file on your child theme for your WordPress, you will add the following code to your child theme. If you don't use a child theme, like I don't use a child theme, but I use Divi. For your reference, you can get yourself a copy of Divi at petprofits.com/Divi, which enables you to not only manage several things the way I'm showing you right now, but also helps you design complete pages, landing pages, and manage several other things with respect to e-commerce as well. Let's get to the point where you add this piece of code to your WordPress theme file. So remember, if you will need to add your country field, which has to exist. Second, you will need to use functions.php file. Inside your functions.php file, which you can get to by clicking on appearance and getting to theme file editor. Here on the right side panel, you will find functions.php. When you get to functions.php, somewhere down here is where you will add your code that you just copied for WooCommerce checkout optimization. So you will copy this piece of code here and you will add it to your notepad, and in the notepad is exactly where you will specify what needs to be removed. Remember, whatever you're adding here, the piece of code that you're adding here actually determines what checkout field is being removed. So here you will notice billing company, billing phone, state, last name, address, city, and postcode. Everything that relates to billing fields is being removed. Shipping fields are being removed. After you add the code, then update the file here at the very bottom. When you do that and reload the page, your checkout should be looking like this. So all you need in summary is this particular code, which I will paste in the description below. I'll also add the link for this WooCommerce official blog post that will help you understand a lot more about how to customize this. And as for actual customization, all you need to do is get to appearance, get to theme file editor, and add this piece of code. But before you add this piece of code, you add it to your notepad, and you will include only these lines that you don't want to be found on the checkout of your e-commerce checkout page. So if you have any questions with respect to e-commerce optimization, checkout optimization, end-to-end digital marketing services that I provide, the link is in the description below. Do get on a call. If you have any other questions, please do reach out to me in comments below. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, please do like it and share it. It helped me a great deal. This is Ash from Fetch Profits signing out.